Hi folks, April 24th, camera rolling. It's time for tea again. It's time for tea. Yeah, join me on the bench over here. I'm just about to light up my kiln. Let's just move the whole shebang over here. Oop. Get that sort of set up, sort of something like that, just for the minute. Yeah, I made a bunch of those little wheels, those little decorating and pressing wheels. Some I've just put them on this warming plate to dry them out. They've been here a little while, and I've already actually put some. Those are the leftover ones. I've already put some in the kiln. So I thought I'd just show you this. So basically, yeah, I put a little convenient grab handle. So to load this kiln, what I do is simply upend it like that. That's a little piece of fibre to deflect. And now down inside there, you'll see I've got a bunch of those wheels sort of stuffed in there, you see. Like a, if I could get one more. No, I'm not going to bother. Just, as you can see, this is a small kiln. So having done that, I'm now going to put it the right way, like that. And now what I'm going to have to do is, oh yeah, I just did this. I buttoned the fibre to the metal like I told you I was going to do, and I've done that. So what I've got to do now is get this set up and light it. Let's put the camera on the tripod a second. Yeah, we'll bring it in a bit like that. Yeah, so yeah, it's got these little clips here. I've got 3 clips, 1, 2, 3. So simply I'm going to put that like that, put the clips on, like that, and one on the top, and there he is. You see he's clipped on. Right, so what we need to do now is light the fella. Ready for blast off. So I'm going to use one of these. I'm going to have to set it up though, and that's a little bit awkward because it's by the fact of the shape of the guy, you know. So yeah, you just have to be a little bit inventive, if you know what I mean. So what I thought I'd do, nothing like a piece of clay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sort of just to support it. Get it going in the right. It needs a bit more actually. Needs a bit more. So just remember when you're doing this kind of thing, we don't want to stuff the burner we don't want to be firing this with the burner right inside the kiln, because that will cause the tip of the burner just to get very, very red hot. And we don't really want that. And also you're stuffing it in there, and you're going to restrict the airflow. So, oh, you never guess what? You never guess what? I didn't put the... I forgot to put the deflector in. The deflector. Sounds like a new James Bond movie, doesn't it? The deflector. No. Well, the deflector needs to go in there like that, because what I do is, I don't know if you can see that, but I play the flame, you see, onto the deflector, rather than playing the flame on the naked pots. Because if you do that, you may likely get the clay kind of spitting back at you, because it doesn't like the naked flame on clay. It tends to spit. Spit as in little pieces will sort of blow out, you know. Okie dokie. Yeah, well, I don't know whether that deflector is actually big enough, but we are experimenting, are we not? We are not daunted. We're just gonna. Let me see. You've got to try stuff, you see. You've got to try stuff. Don't be frightened of try something. I'm gonna need a bit more mud. More mud, yeah. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a fiddle just to get it set up, but we'll get there. So sort of make sure it's pointing. So you want it. I'll bring the camera down in a sec to show you when I think I've got it. Yeah, it might need a bit of adjustment, you know, as we go. These things, they do. So I'm going to get down and have a look at that, because I don't want that flame shooting up too high over the top of my deflector. My deflector. Do, do, do. Right, okay. Let's see here. Now, rather than, once you sort of got it more or less set, don't fiddle with the burner anymore. We move the kiln, you see. We can't usually do that, can we? Just move the kiln, but in this case we can, because it's such a tiddler kiln, a little miniature. We can do that. All right, so yeah, let's bring that camera down. Let's get out of the light. Okay, so just give you some idea of the. So this, for those of you who don't know, this hole above is the chimney. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Let's just turn the gas down here a bit. We don't want it too high, and let's see if we can light it. Ooh, that sounds a bit too much. Okay, he's popping a bit, isn't he? So let's move the kiln back a bit. He's popping like that. It's probably because he's too close. Yeah. Don't underestimate how hot a naked flame is. You know, it can be. But really, to start with, we want it really, really, really low, you see. Put my finger there, I can feel it. You feel how hot it is coming out there already. And it hardly looks like you've got a flame there. Let's turn the top light off here a second, just to so we get an idea, see the flame a little bit more. Maybe we'll see the flame, I don't know. A little bit more clearly. Oh, there you are, you see. You see that's very low, isn't it? That's the little chimney there, and that's all the hot... Yeah. Now what's crossing my mind is, at the minute, because it's such a low flame, that all the flame is doing is just going in thus far, coming up and then coming out. It's not really travelling down to the bottom of the kiln. That may be so. That may be the case. But I think as I turn up the kiln very slightly, the heat will get to the back of the kiln. I mean, if the heat is going to the back of the kiln rather slowly, and just to begin with, it's just sort of doing a little circle and then coming out the chimney like that, I'm not going to worry about that, because if it's heating up more slowly, it could be better, because that's, you know, that's raw wear down there. And yeah, so that's it. That's lighting it up. Anyway, what we'll do is have a sip of tea. Ooh, that tea needs a bit of something. A bit of something to sweeten it. I don't know. It's oolong tea. Oolong. Okay. Okay, folks. Well, we'll cut this short clip. Cut this short there, right there. So just to show you, small little kiln for. In this case, I'm going to use it for just doing some bisque firing. That's what I designed it for, really. A lot of people have written to me, "Oh, Simon, can you take that up to cone 10?" I don't know. Maybe we'll give it a try. It's a little small, really, to be practical, perhaps for doing any serious testing, I would say. Perhaps a little bigger. But I do plan to make another kiln, just probably about as big as these two concrete blocks, just a small one. A similar sort of construction with the fibre and grid wire. This grid wire stuff that you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot, or your local hardware shop, wherever that is. So what I should do now is, probably you're thinking, "Oh, Simon, how long is this firing going to take?" Well, the last time I did it, it was a 1 hour from start to finish. That included warming up and getting up to, I didn't have a cone in there, but they got up to bisque temperature. I don't know what temperature we hit. Probably something like 1600 Fahrenheit, something like that. 16 or 1700 Fahrenheit. I'm just remembering just from the colour of the inside of the kiln, the glow of the orangey, bright orange colour. I would have said it was probably up around about 1700, maybe even 1800. I couldn't tell you exactly, but yeah. It's a fun little project, and yeah, it met a need that I had, you know, because I'm not bisque firing right now, and so I needed a kiln just to do this. So why don't you make one? Give it a go. Please go to my website, simonleachpottery.com, and there's workshops there. Yeah, next month we've got a workshop in about 2 or 3 weeks kind of middle of May, I think, somewhere around about the 13th of May, I think. So if you're interested in coming on a keep practicing workshop, just, you know, basic throwing, but surprisingly the number of people that struggle just with, you know, consistent throwing, being able to throw to a gauge. That is my aim on these workshops, is to get people so that they can throw a pot. There's a pot on the wheel there. I've got to trim. I don't think I'm going to do it right now, but you know, throwing to a stick gauge like that, so you can throw consistently. See, a lot of people struggle with that, but it's actually really, really useful thing to be able to do, and you ought to be able to do it really if you're serious about making pots. At least I think so. Yeah, I got it. This guy is he's got to be trimmed. He's about right. I tried to trim him the other day and I turned him upside down and he was too soft on the top here and he kind of squidged in, you know. I had to lift out the side here because it had all kind of crumpled down, and he feels like he's actually stiff enough now to do. Yeah, that's paddled. That's a paddled form. With Mr. Joey Wade's paddle. Are you hearing me, Mr. Joey Wade? Yes, keep practicing. Yeah, so yeah, I better go get on and do that. You've seen me do a trimming of one of those already, very recently. Okay, folks, thanks a lot, and as usual, you know what? Keep practicing. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.